Thank you. Welcome to this post-breakfast session where we will be talking about a unit BSBPEF402 Develop Personal Work Priority Assessment Task 2 AT2. As usual, you must write in all the details in the cover sheet, student name, number, and don't forget to sign. When you submit any of the tasks, this file is a mandatory component that should go with your submissions. A general instructions for students. This assessment requires you to demonstrate the skills and knowledge required to plan your work schedules in accordance with the organizational requirements. You must complete all parts of the assessment. There are 3 parts. Complete a plan, complete own work schedule, and conduct this consultation. Okay, this is fine. By the due date, which is 7th of August, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, which is a Sunday. Yep, 7th of August. This is an open book assessment task, but all work must be your own. You are given 2 appendices. Right, just mean scenario and right just mean work document. You will use this document only if you are going for the case study. If you are choosing your own workplace, you don't need these documents. I mean, you can ignore them. Yeah. Right. You can complete this task in your workplace or in the simulated workplace provided in the appendices, which is right BSB Cafe. Select an existing or upcoming task or project that requires a work plan and a schedule to meet particular client need. You are selecting something that needs some schedule. This may be a project that you are working on yourself or as a part of a team. Your client may be internal or external. Just 1 second. Right, so you can choose any existing project for your company, something that you are already working on, or assume they are working on something and get started with that. Your client may be internal or external. You have overall responsibility to ensure project is achieved. Choose a project which will take 1 week to complete. Okay, so if you are selecting something, then you should ensure that all the dates are within 1 week. See, these are some of the trigger, and not only me, but anyone can catch your assessment based on this. So when it says 1 week to complete, your all the starting and the finishing date, everything should be within 1 week. Whenever you submit any project, make sure the dates are relevant, right? If you submit something which is of 2023 or which is of 2020, it's a first thing that's eye-catching, very easy to capture. So from the compliance point of view, from the authenticity point of view, if you wanted to prove that this is all your work that you have done to achieve a competency in this course or the unit, date is one of the trigger. It doesn't matter what project you choose. You can choose some upgradation of the training. You can choose some furniture removal. You can choose any party arrangement or any upgradation of system or anything, but dates has to be relevant. From the start of the unit delivery So if I'm teaching this unit within this block, right, then you should choose something around 15th July. Even 2022 March will not be a realistic date, right? So you can work on the existing project, but choose the dates which are more appropriate and should fit within the deadline given. Okay, that's the biggest trigger and very easy to capture, not for me, anyone in the higher authority as well. Okay, so just watch that step. If you're unsure about suitability with the project, you can contact me if you want to. Otherwise, it's my approval, go for it. Because so far, whatever project you have chosen is good. Okay. Use the below table to plan your project, ensuring you document the following. Project's aim, what the project is setting out to achieve, client and any specific need, stakeholder roles and responsibility, communication strategy, minimum 2. I like certain words, very specific. Organization policy and procedure, and explain how you plan to address them in the project. We are not talking about any legislation, it's organization policy and procedure. Okay, minimum 1 work goal and minimum 2 work objective. We already seen the difference between goal and objective, yeah, in our task 1, which some of you have already submitted, which is great. Actions per objective. You can include more row if you want to. Minimum 2 contingency actions for any possible obstacle, time frame, and any resources. It could be human, physical, financial. Performance indicator, that is KPI and responsibility, and monitoring and review. All this is captured in a template. So project aim, see this one. Sorry, I'm just going a bit narrow. Yeah, so project aim is captured here, right? Then you go for client specific needs, the client, stakeholder roles and risk. All this is here, right? Everything, minimum 2 policy and procedure, operate organization policy and procedure. So what I would say that you can simply ignore this one. I mean, don't delete it. I'm not saying that, but make it really narrow so it doesn't distract you. Just focus on it. I mean, keep an eye on that. When it says client, what do you mean by client? So you are talking about client and any specific need. Yeah, so I can write here client and any specific needs. Yeah, I mean, keep an eye on this, but not necessarily everything is captured in a table. You can use the scenario for adjustment appendix A if you want to. One of the monitoring must include a check-in with the monitor to monitor progress, challenge and notification of action plan. This activity will be observed in task 3. So task 3, you are playing this activity. Yeah. Project title, project aim, all this like we already covered. Goal, what is the goal? Objectives are to support your goal. The mini version or sub-part of goal will be objective. Objective 1. What are the actions that you are taking? 1, 2, 3. Contingency. Remember, we talked about some actions here. Yeah. And minimum 2 contingency. Yeah. Actions per objective. Because we have 3 objectives. Objective 1, objective 2, objective, and we took some actions on that. 3 actions to contingency. Just keep following it. Time frame required, duration, any milestone that you plan to achieve over a period of course, right? Any resource requirement. Human is like a people, how many employees you want to work with you, the physical, the laptop, the IT, furniture, and like that. Any financial, how much money do you need to execute the project? Yeah. performance indicator, or we can say key performance indicator, KPI. Okay, it simply says performance indicator, same thing. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Same thing goes for objective 2. Okay. Then monitoring review strategy and any variation along those. That was your part 1. Okay. Work schedule. That's part 2. Analyze and prioritize the action needed to complete the objective. Use any technology or software to complete the work schedule. Remember, we mentioned about so many technology like Trello or Project or AnyDo or Gantt chart, right? You got some time here and you got a table which can fit in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Don't worry if you're not working on Saturday, Sunday, ignore that. Ignore this too. If you're not, leave it blank. And you can add more time or rows. How do you add more row? Just right click, go insert, rows below or above. Where do you want to insert it, above or below? Go below and keep doing that as long as you wish. Okay. That was part 2, the work schedule. Part 3, stakeholder consultation. Seek the feedback from client or a key stakeholder on your plan and schedule, confirming the plan meets the need, the plan has clear objective and achievable goal. I like this word, achievable goal. Be realistic. The business technology used. What is technology that you are using? Are you using Trello, Monday.com, Canva, AnyDo, Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, Excel sheet, Gantt chart? You need to mention one of it at least. Work schedule consider for all the requirement. So if you have some employee who is working part-time, the employee can only come on Monday and Tuesday. Then the schedule should talk about that employee for Monday and Tuesday, should not talk about Wednesday to Sunday. Yeah. One suggestion for improvement from the person you are consulting. You need to communicate clearly and concisely about your plan to receive the relevant feedback. This part is to be observed by me, either in person or via recording. We prefer in recording. The client or the stakeholder that you are seeking feedback from could be any person, manager, supervisor, or by a colleague, by a classmate, a family member, or a friend. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. What you must submit is the work plan, the work schedule, and evidence of consultation, that is the recording. Okay. Let me recap all the parts before I go to appendices. The ICT team will be here pretty shortly, maybe in 10 minutes. Okay. Again, I'll go through all this. Part 1 is a work plan. What you are doing, you are selecting an existing or an upcoming project that you need a work plan and schedule to meet any particular need, right? These are all the points that you must capture, which is captured in a template for you. So just follow this work plan. Yeah. And project title, aim, any need, everything. Keep going. Project title, what is the name of the project? Why you are doing this project? What is the need of doing the project? Client need or any other specific need? Stakeholder, roles and responsibility, who will be working with you on the project and what will be their responsibility? Why they are with you? You know, what is their role in the project? Any communication strategy, what channels you will use, any reporting requirement during the project. Are you reporting to some manager, and how you will report? How are you consulting or communicating with your stakeholder, right? any policy and procedure that you must look to. The goal of project, objective 1, some actions and competency, time frame, milestone, resource, and some performance indicator. Same thing goes for objective 2. How you are monitoring, reviewing the project, any strategies and variation. This is your part 1. Part 2, work schedule. You're just creating a schedule along with this, analyze and prioritize actions needed to complete objective in a plan. Part 3 is consultation. I'll just write here, video recording, yeah, so you don't miss that part. Seek feedback from client or a key stakeholder on your plan and schedule, confirming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I would to prepare this response, I would copy it in my answer and keep entering and write my response, blah, 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 right? And make it some different font. I really like Frank's way of doing it. It's a consistent font and color always, which is great. Yeah. The good thing is it's consistent. The bad thing is no one else can do his work. It only he has to do it. Yeah. And it takes time. Like if I had to change color of this and, you know, make it, let's just say some blue, right? I'll write something here. You know, all that thing. Yeah, keep doing. Write your response here. A plan. How you'll meet. You know, you might include a table, you might include some paragraph, bullet point. It's up to you how you do it, but this point has to be captured. You will need to communicate clearly, concisely about your plan to receive relevant feedback. Send me the video recording. Whom are you receiving feedback from? Client or the stakeholder? Who can be someone sitting in a classroom, or a work colleague, or a classmate, or a family member, or friends. Literally anyone who can read and speak decent English. That's it. Yeah. Let's go through appendices. If you'll only use this if you are using the case study, right? Just spin. If you are following with your organization, you don't need to look at this appendices. Yeah. In your role as assistant manager for Eco Park as location, right? Just spin cafe. The project task you can choose for this assessment can include any of this following. Either you can talk about this, a new product being tried, or attracting new supplier, a new staff member orientation, customer service procedure review, designing a marketing campaign, promotion. I'm almost done. Just give me 3 minutes. I'll be done. Literally 3 more minutes. Yeah. Is it chef and everyone? Leslie, is it chef? Chef. Okay, just 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm almost done. Okay. Either conducting a safety session, running a team building exercise, organizing a social charity activity, and finding a community organization to partner with. You can choose any of this activity or project task for this assessment, and then fill in all the part 1, 2, or 3. Everything from here is a bit tricky. It has bigger file linked to this. And that's why I was not able to send this via email. You know, the job description, once you click on it, double click on it, it will take you to another thing. But again, you will only use this only if you are referring to this right just spin. Yeah. Keep going down and read all. This is everything about the company. Staff communication, staff handbook, and code of conduct, everything. Any questions? Okay. Well, thank you very much. I will stop the recording.